Here's your daily dose of fitness, food, and fun. Angelica's Daily Surprise starts now.
And then next do you want to whip this up, or are you a happy person doing that, or are you like, no, don't make me do it?
I'll whip something.
Okay,
Should I go a little higher?
You could if you wanted to.
We're flooring it.
You know, people think because I'm a chef that the best thing to get me is kitchen equipment.
Right.
And they'd be right.
Hello there, and welcome to my apartment. It's Thanksgiving, which is my favorite time of the year because the fall leaves are changing colors and you get to eat to excess and then subsequently take a food-induced nap. Oh, it's so wonderful. And of course, no Thanksgiving cuisine is complete without pumpkins. I love pumpkins. They're rich in vitamins and minerals that help you see, and trust me, you're gonna need your eyesight to see this wonderful dessert that we're gonna be not cooking up today, which actually this dessert requires no baking whatsoever. Surprise! We have Chef Cori in today with us, and Chef Cori is a critically acclaimed chef, and she knows we don't have a lot of time on our hands. We're busy cooking up the rest of Thanksgiving dinner, and you know, baking's complicated.
It really is.
And you've always been so wonderful with showing us very quick and easily manageable recipes. So what are we making today?
Well, today I thought we would take a favorite over, Thanksgiving, which is pumpkin cheesecake. And then I thought, oh, you are a busy lady. I'm also a busy lady. How do we make this even simpler? Well, let's do a no bake one. How do we make it even simpler? You could do individual little mini cheesecakes, but how can we make it even simpler?
What?
Let's make pumpkin cheesecake cookies.
Oh,
yes!
Surprise!
It's so yummy. And really, the best thing about this, and you and I have talked about this before, is that when you're baking, you have to follow a recipe because there's a science to baking.
You gotta be a scientist.
You do. You really do. But we're not scientists, and we're not baking, but we are making a really delicious dessert.
We do experiment.
We do. So this is really simple, and as you can see, there are a number of ways that you can get started with it. I've got the mise en place ready to go, but if you are one of those people who are like, but I want the time, and I want to boast about the fact that I made this from scratch, then you can. You can roast the pumpkin, you can carve it, cut out all, scoop out all the seeds, and roast it, or you can cut it, scoop out all the seeds, peel it and cube it and, do that. Or you can get some ready-made pumpkin puree.
Whoa,
Look
so
at
you're not against that?
No, I think it's so funny when people say, you're cheating. But I'm not really cheating. I don't cold press my own olive oil or mine my own salt. So if I don't have time to cut that, peel it, steam it or roast it, that's, 20 to 30 minutes, sometimes 45 minutes right there.
Yes.
I've got this, and all I had to do was open up a can, and it is real pumpkin puree. I've got some cinnamon. I've got some cardamom. I've also got my lovely cream cheese, which is now room temperature, which is really important. I've got some icing sugar, and I've got some vanilla.
Nice.
So what we're going to do is we're going to season it in sections, and you guys can get as creative at home as you'd like to get. But I'm not going to add any sweet to the pumpkin. I'm just going to go with the cinnamon. And the reason, I'll put it all in. And the reason why I'm not going to add any sweet to this is because our foundation of this are sweet cookies. And I've got some ginger spice cookies. Ginger snaps go really, really, really well with this. But I've also got the graham cracker if you want to do a graham cracker crust. You could take the palmiers, the graham cracker, the ginger snap, mush them all together.
You could make a sandwich.
You could make a sandwich. But if you're like, I don't want to do it on a cookie, I want to have a crust, take these cookies, grind them up, add some butter, press them into either your
little muffin
tin or into a baking if you want to do like a baking tin, a big thing. And then that's your foundation. But we're going to keep it simple. So I've added some cinnamon, and I'm going to add just a little bit of cardamom because I find it gives it that little, ooh, what's that?
I made ginger snap cookies once, and they were quite easy to make. And it's like, I guess if you really wanted to bake something, you could bake the cookie.
Yeah, because I think part of the appreciation of fall is that you see the beautiful leaves changing color, and then you smell those smells that are 100% associated with
it makes you
autumn.
want to cook something and then hibernate.
Exactly. I'm with you. Okay, so I'm just going to add a little bit more cardamom and put that over here. And so now we've got this kind of ready to go.
Okay.
And then next do you want to whip this up, or are you a happy person
Okay.
doing that? Or are you like, no, don't make me do it?
I'll whip something.
Okay, here, I'll do this.
Okay, what are the settings on this?
1 is a good place to start. 5 is camera splatter.
Am I doing it right?
Yes, commit. Bring
Okay.
it in. Yes.
Yes.
Awesome. And what I'm going to do to make it a little easier
Whoa.
is I'm going to add some icing sugar to this. Now, I'm not using all of it because the rule of thumb is you can always add, but you can't take away. So we don't want it to be super duper sweet yet. We do want to do those little tastings in between just to make sure it's the right taste and the right texture.
Can I tell you what my cousin did?
What did your cousin do?
My cousin came over to my place, mixed my icing sugar, my brown sugar, and my flour together. And then he goes, there, now you can bake me a cake whenever I come over. And I was like, you're so
wow.
adorable, and that's not how this works.
And how old is your cousin?
Well, this was actually a long time
Okay,
ago.
I
So
was
he
gonna
was like
say.
7 at the time.
They
He
were saying
really.
46. Okay, awesome. So you can see that the icing sugar really helps to kind of break it down a
Yes.
bit. And so I'm adding the icing sugar kind of like in little stages because it'll really help to get the consistency that you want this
Should I
cheesecake
go a
to
little
be.
higher?
You could if you wanted to.
We're flooring it.
Exactly, whatever makes you comfortable. Here, I'll even do the whoop.
Oh, yes.
Teamwork. That's what this is about. Teamwork.
Well, that's another thing that I love about cooking, especially at this time of the year, is, you know, you can do it with your family.
Absolutely. Now into the cream cheese, which already has a certain, of course, natural flavor as well.
Okay.
We're going to add a little bit of vanilla.
Nice.
I'm going to say it's about a teaspoon. Or if you have, you know, people always say, what's the difference between artificial vanilla and natural vanilla? Aside from price, taste. It's like the difference between, you know, aspartame and and sugar. There's always that, you know, flavor that goes with it.
I prefer aspartame. Is that weird? I like
It's not-
Diet
maybe
Coke.
you just grew up on it, right? I also, but the sugar would be better for you. But again, it's about your palate. So if you want to add artificial vanilla, you can. This happens to be real vanilla.
That's very nice already.
Is it? Does it have that sweet point that you're happy
Yeah, it
with?
doesn't even taste like cream cheese anymore.
Okay, wonderful.
Which is a good sign.
Okay, so what we're going to do to make this a little bit easier is you could do it in levels if you wanted to and put pumpkin down, but we're going to incorporate some of this into here.
What happens if you don't have one of these, by the way?
Then let it really get down to room temperature.
Okay.
And then the power of this
See? Yeah.
is what you're going to do.
This is where I bring my dad into it. I'm like, I got a job for you to do.
I'm going to scoop some of this out.
Oh, okay.
And leave some of it in.
Okay.
And I'm going to add it to our pumpkin. Yay! And why am I not adding all of it? Because I love this as a topper to the cookie.
Right.
So now I'm going to get this going together. This is what you do if you don't have one of those.
Good old-fashioned elbow
grease. Exactly.
I really need to invest in one of these.
You know what? It's one of those things that, you know, people think because I'm a chef that the best thing to get me is kitchen equipment.
Right.
And they'd be right. We'll do your magic pinky again. Do we want to make it more cheesy?
No, that's
This is good.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, and this is where the fun part begins. I'm just turning the bag inside out.
Okay.
And by turning the bag inside out, I'm grabbing this lovely cream cheese that we have. And you get to do the same thing, or I can scoop this in to the bag for you.
This is going to be an odd sensation, isn't it? Okay, we're doing a scoop.
We'll do a scoop, just only
Okay.
because it's a little easier. Yummy, 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 I got pumpkin in my tummy.
Okay.
Well, we were both talking that we like to sing, but you can sing well.
No, I don't sing.
For
Everyone's
those
like, oh, you're a
people's
triple
ears
threat. I'm
bleeding,
like,
I'm so sorry about that.
no, I got kicked out of karaoke once at a bar.
Really?
I sang Ace of Spades by Motorhead. Me doing Lemmy is probably not the best. sing.
I got to say, I really love that you do Lemmy and sing Motorhead. The Ace of Spades.
The Ace of Spades.
So why did I bring these? Because again, you don't have piping bags. Why would you have piping bags?
I don't have anything. I have no time, and I have no equipment.
Exactly. So however big the hole you want it to be is this. And so we'll do this.
And I love the idea of the cookie because it gives you portion control as well.
Absolutely.
Whether you want to keep track or ignore portions completely. It can be like, yeah, I didn't have 10 of those.
Exactly. And you can put as much or as little as you want on this. I want it to be very pretty, so I want it to be extra cheesecakey yummy.
That's a pumpkin cheesecake, a no-bake pumpkin cheesecake cookie.
Exactly. And then you can do garnish on top if you want.
Try one with one of these.
Those are caramel pommiers, which I think are really tasty. And if you don't want to do the pumpkin and you just want the cheesecake, you can do it in any order that you want, really.
You could just go direct into the mouth.
Yes. And then we've got our whipped cream toppers, either coconut or not coconut. That's totally up to you.
I've never had coconut whipped cream, so I will be trying that.
Awesome. Here you go.
Does it taste coconutty?
I think it does. It's just got that lovely little,
Watch me try to open this. Okay, I'm really bad at opening things. I might need you to open this for me.
Okay, I'll open it for you. And then you can, squeeze the top on and make it look as pretty as you want.
I've made kind of a mess, but
it's fun, right?
It's the tastes. It's what's inside that counts.
Exactly.
I'm going to wait for you.
Oh, I get to eat one too.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to do one of these.
Okay. What is that, graham cracker?
It is. I love the graham cracker.
Oh, this was so easy.
So easy. And it tastes just like,
and it's
when you eat it, you're going to be like, this tastes just like pumpkin cheesecake, because it is pumpkin cheesecake. I'm going to do a little of the same for you, what you had on it. Come on. What?
Hey.
Oh, hey, oh, hey. All right. Oh, can I just do this?
Yeah.
This, I think, will be very
garnish.
neat. Look at these.
Oh, my God.
We've got our little pumpkin seeds on top.
And so you roasted these.
I did.
What did you roast them with?
You can do it with, in this case, because I like them to be a little spicy and savory, they've just got a little pinch of cayenne on them. Bloop. And garlic powder. But you could do like cinnamon or whatever you wanted. Okay, I'm going to be brave and take this one.
All right. Are you going to do the whole thing all at
100%. I'm shoving the whole thing in my mouth. There's no other way to do it. Cheers! Mmm! Mm-hmm. 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 Yum.
Okay.
I think we need more cookies on here. So just for the folksy woksies who are watching this, I love the idea of a cookie because you don't have to waste time or anything like that at all. You can put as much as you want or as little as you want on it, get it as fancy. It's also a really fun interactive thing.
It is.
If you have little kids.
The cookie interacts with my mouth.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, even giving somebody who wants to help you in the kitchen,
right?
And you want to keep them busy. I've got it all over my face.
Do I have it?
You have a little bit, just right. Yes,
it's usually there.
Yeah, perfect.
There. Hey.
So
I love how
yummy.
he gets closer.
But it's one of those things that if you want to keep somebody busy, and when people, I think I've said this to you before, during the holidays, you've got so much to do and everybody wants to help you. Start saying yes. When somebody says to you, oh, can I help you? The answer is yes, you can help me, because then they feel inclusive and then helps get you out of the kitchen and into celebrating with your friends and family.
They're like, actually, I didn't really mean that. I was just kind of
that's how you really see who's sincere about the helping factor.
Thanksgiving's different though, you know? Like I feel like people really do want to help.
They do, and some kind of help is the kind of help that, here, you get to to put this on the cookie.
Yeah, and that's the spirit of the whole thing. Well, thank you so much for this very innovative dessert.
Why, thank you. My pleasure to be here and share it with you.
That's been Angelica's Daily Surprise. We're gonna eat more cookies.
Oh, yeah.
Bye.